everyone. Welcome back to Dr. Polyglot's English podcast. I'm your host, and I am so glad you're here with us today. We've got a really fun episode lined up. Nothing too serious, just a good conversation about something that, honestly, pretty much everyone in the world has an opinion on. And joining me today is John. John, hey, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me. Always a good time when I'm here.
Always. So, okay, I'm just going to jump right in. Today, we're talking about fast food. And I feel like this is a really heated topic, right? Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a favorite. Everyone has a story.
Oh, absolutely. Fast food is it's one of those universal experiences, Like no matter where you're from, there's some version of it in your life.
Totally. And I feel like people have really strong feelings about it too. They either love it or they never touch the stuff. Very rarely is anyone like, I'm neutral on fast food.
Right. People who are more health conscious avoid ultra-processed foods, but the rest of us don't mind fast food every so often. You're either in or you're out.
Exactly. Okay, so if you walk into a fast food place, what are you ordering?
I've thought about this more than I probably should, but for me, it's always chicken nuggets and a soda. I usually get the combo meal, which includes the chicken nuggets, the soda, and French fries. That's the move.
See, I'm a bit of a chicken sandwich person myself. I know, it's controversial.
No, the chicken sandwich wars are real, and I respect anyone who has strong feelings about their chicken sandwich.
The chicken sandwich wars, yes. I feel like every chain has their version now, right? It's like they all had this collective moment where they were like, we need a chicken sandwich. And honestly, some of them are really good.
I agree. I mean, I've come around on chicken sandwiches. I will admit that. I used to be very much a burger guy exclusively. But yeah, I've been converted a little bit.
See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so what about sides? I always just get fries. I know there are other options now, onion rings, whatever, but I always end up back at fries.
That's not boring, that's loyalty. There's nothing wrong with knowing what you want.
Loyalty. I like that framing. Okay, so speaking of knowing what you want, this actually reminds me of a story. Once I went through a drive-thru by myself, this was like a few years ago, and I had been craving a chicken sandwich and lemonade all day.
Sounds good.
So I pull up to the drive-thru, order a number 3. It was a chicken sandwich combo, large size, with a lemonade and fries. I pay, they hand me the bag, I drive away, all good. I get home, I open the bag, and there is, I kid you not, a fish sandwich, not a chicken sandwich. Onions rings instead of fries, and the cups was filled with ginger ale, not lemonade. 3 for 3 wrong. Like there was not a single thing in that bag that I ordered. Not one.
That's actually impressive in a terrible way. Like statistically, how does that even happen?
I genuinely do not know. Maybe they heard number 2 versus number 3 and gave me the wrong combo meal. I was so tired and hungry that I just thought, I'm eating what they gave me. I ate the fish sandwich and the onion rings. And here's the kicker. Everything was actually pretty good. Not as good as what I wanted, but in that moment, hungry and tired, just wanting to sit down, it was totally fine.
I love that. That is such a real fast food experience. Like you build something up in your head all day, and then reality just does its own thing.
Exactly. And honestly, that's kind of the fast food experience in general, right? Even when they get the order right, there's always this gap between what you see and what you get, which actually, wait, you have a story about that, don't you? Didn't you tell me something about ordering fast food overseas?
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is something that genuinely blew my mind. I cannot wrap my mind around it.
I love when you get philosophical about food. Go ahead.
Okay, so a few years back I was traveling. I was in Tokyo, actually. And I was walking around, kind of jet-lagged, and I spotted a McDonald's. And I know, I'm in Tokyo. There's incredible food everywhere, but sometimes you're tired, and you just want something familiar.
No, totally. I get it. Sometimes the familiar is comforting.
Right, exactly. So I go in, order a regular burger, nothing special, and when they hand it to me, I just stop. Because it looked exactly like the picture on the menu board. The bun was perfect, the lettuce was crisp and green, the sauce was evenly distributed. It literally looked like food styling.
Wait, seriously? Like it actually matched?
Hand to heart, it matched. And I stood there just kind of staring at it, and the person behind the counter was looking at me like, "Sir, are you okay?" And I was like, I'm fine, this is just not what I expected."
Oh my gosh. I mean, because back home, and be honest, how often does it actually look exactly like the picture?
Never is the honest answer. Back home, you open the wrapper and it's like a sad little pancake. Everything's squished. The cheese has slid off one side. There's a random pickle hanging out at the edge. It's a mess. A tasty mess, but a mess.
A tasty mess. That is the most accurate description of American fast food I have ever heard. That's wild. So why do you think the quality and presentation is so much better abroad?
So I've thought about this, and I think it comes down to attracting new customers. When any of these big American chains go into a brand new market, a country where people maybe aren't super familiar with them yet, they know they have to make a really strong first impression.
Right, they're the new kid.
Exactly. They're the new kid. And the local customers aren't loyal yet. They have no reason to come back unless the experience is genuinely good. So those chains try harder, maintain higher standards, put more care into both quality and presentation, because they're earning those customers.
That is actually fascinating and kind of sad at the same time. Like they know they can do better, they just don't bother at home because they already have us hooked.
That's exactly it. We are loyal to a fault. We'll go back regardless. So there's no pressure to impress us anymore. But in a new market, they need to prove themselves. They need to show people this is worth their time, worth their money.
That's such a smart observation. And I think it also explains why sometimes the local menu items at these chains abroad are so much more interesting than back home. Have you seen some of the things you can get at a McDonald's in other countries?
Oh, don't even get me started. Yes, there are countries where you can get like a teriyaki burger, or a rice-based meal, or a shrimp burger. Things that you would just never find on the American menu. Yeah.
A shrimp burger. I want a shrimp burger. Why can't I get a shrimp burger?
Right? Meanwhile, we're sitting here with the same menu we've had since forever.
Which, to be fair, we keep ordering from, so maybe that's on us.
You know, that really makes me think about how much the overall fast food experience matters. Not just the food itself, but the speed, the cleanliness, how the staff treats you.
100%. And I think that's something people underestimate. You can have perfectly good food, but if the experience is bad, if the place is a mess, or the line is taking forever, or someone's rude to you, it changes how the food tastes.
It really does. The whole context around a meal affects how you perceive it. That's why my fish sandwich story turned out okay. I was at home, comfortable, no pressure. If I had been stressed or in a hurry, I would have been furious.
Context is everything. Fast food chains rely on the fact that you can get the same exact meal, the same exact experience wherever you go.
Ha! Once, my mom and I were in Rome, and the local coffee shops were serving really weak lattes. They had the same effect on me as decaf coffee. So, my mom and I were first at McDonald's at 8 a.m. to get our big cups of American coffee. Then, we were ready to spend the day sightseeing.
Honestly, sometimes there are moments where it's weirdly comforting to see an American fast food chain, like a little reminder of home in the middle of somewhere totally unfamiliar. And you always know what to expect when you order food from them.
Yeah, I think that's actually why people go in. Not because they think it's better than the local food. Like, obviously, the local food in Tokyo is going to be much better. But because when you're tired or disoriented, familiarity is really appealing.
Totally. It's not even necessarily your favorite food. It's just something you know. You know how to order it. You know what it'll taste like. And that predictability is really reassuring when everything around you is new.
That makes a lot of sense. And I think it also says something about how powerful branding is, honestly. Like the golden arches of McDonald's are one of the most recognizable symbols in the entire world, more recognizable than a lot of country flags.
That is genuinely true and kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. They've built this global visual language around fast food. They even thought about the customers who are more health conscious. They added salads to the menu. If you travel with a friend who is a health nut and refuses to order ultra-processed foods, they can get the salad. It's a no-brainer.
It really is. Okay, I could keep going on this forever, and we probably will revisit it at some point, but I think we should start wrapping up. This has been such a good conversation.
It really has. I mean, we covered a lot of ground for a conversation that started with, what do you order at a fast food place?
That we did. John, thank you so much for being here today. This was genuinely a lot of fun.
Always. I love hanging out and talking about this stuff.
And to everyone listening, thank you for spending this time with us. I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as we did. We'll be back soon with another episode. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep listening, keep learning, and hey, if you go through a drive-thru today, check your bag before you drive away. Trust me on that one.